Computer glitch news. Computer glitch frees 3,200 prisoners early in Washington State. Washington State has freed thousands of prisoners early after a computer problem mistakenly scheduled their release date, which is pretty crazy to me. So you have a bunch of murderers, killers, rapists, pedophiles, whatever, free back out into the world and the general population, basically. The governor of Washington State has admitted that 3,200 prisoners have been released by mistake from his jails after a computer glitch approved their early discharge. Since computer systems were updated in 2002, around 3% of criminals have been released early due to an error that incorrectly calculated credit for good time served, which means that the computer basically said that they were supposed to get out earlier than they were supposed to, which means that, say somebody was serving like a 60-year sentence and say 20 years into the sentence they were released early due to a massive glitch in the system, which happened here to 3,200 prisoners, which as of right now they did capture a few of them, which I'll get to later in the article. But the majority of the 3,200 are still at large right now. Well, not at large, they're just still out in public because they haven't gotten caught yet. But eventually they will get caught because they probably have a record on who got released that day or over time, because I don't know if the 3,200 got released in one day or if it was spread out through like a week or so. So some of those were released early. Hang on. Some of those who were released early will have to return to prison to finish their sentence, said the governor. Obviously, because you can't just get released early out of prison, and because it's a computer glitch, you can't justify the computer glitch as you physically being able to let free out into the world. So this is a quote from the governor he said on Tuesday. Quote, "This is a problem. This problem was allowed to continue for 13 years is deeply disappointing to me. Totally unacceptable and frankly maddening," which I don't know what that means. So when I learned of this, I immediately ordered the department to fix it and fix it fast and fix it right. Because clearly when they updated it in 2002, the coding or something was not correct, which led to thousands and thousands and thousands of inmates being released early and could potentially kill more people depending on what their crime was. Local law enforcement is asked to identify those who needed to be returned, and 7 of the 3,200 have been identified and sent back to prison, and they are currently behind bars now. So only 7 of the 3,200 have been captured. The state estimates that the average number of days offenders have been released early is 49. So the average release date, with the average number of people that have been released early, the 3,200. They only had an average of about 49 days left to serve on their sentence, which is not a lot at all. But 49 days is 49 days, so you got to serve your sentence. With the luckiest prisoner being, so 1 out of the 3,200 got released 600 days early, which is a year and a half. So say somebody served a 5-year sentence and they only served 3.5 years. 3.5 years, granted, is still a lot to be served in prison, but getting let out a year and a half early is massive for a prisoner. The state was made aware of this error in 2012 when the family of a crime victim learned that the offender reasonably was being released too early. But the state says that, quote, coding was fixed repeatedly delayed, which I don't know, repeatedly delayed, I don't know what that means. But from what I'm taking is that the coding was fixed multiple times. Clearly says repeatedly. So clearly since 2012 the recoding did not work. So families were just getting worried that their prisoners that killed somebody, that killed one of the family members, is out to get them now. Now after they got arrested and they got prosecuted for it. America imprisons more of its citizens than any country in the world, with 2.3 million citizens behind bars in America. Now that 2.3 million is just in America, and this doesn't count Europe and all the other countries. But if you guys want to check out this article for yourself, the link will be down below. The link for last week's news article is down below also. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. In terrorist news, U.S. man admits building remote control for KKK X-ray device intended to kill Muslims.
Now, Eric Frey, a control system engineer, pleads guilty to provide